ഗുഡ് മോർണിംഗ്. നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ മൊഡ്യൂളിൻ്റെ ആദ്യത്തെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ റിസർച്ച് മെത്തഡോളജിയുടെ ഇൻട്രൊഡക്ഷനാണ്. നമുക്ക് ആദ്യം നോക്കേണ്ടത് എന്താണ് റിസർച്ച് എന്നാണ്. വാട്ട് ഈസ് റിസർച്ച്? ഇറ്റ്സ് നത്തിങ് ബട്ട് റീസർച്ചാണ്. റീസർച്ച് ദറ്റ് ഈസ് നമുക്ക് പറയാൻ പറ്റും ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് എന്താണ് സെർച്ച് ഫോർ നോളജാണ്. നോളജിനെ കുറിച്ചുള്ള സെർച്ചിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ എന്തെന്ന് പറയുന്നത് റിസർച്ച് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ചിലർ റിസർച്ചിനെ പറയുന്നതെന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് എ സയൻറ്റിഫിക് ആൻഡ് സിസ്റ്റമാറ്റിക് സെർച്ച് ഓഫ് ഇൻഫോർമേഷൻ ഓൺ എ സ്പെസിഫിക് ടോപ്പിക്. ഒരു സ്പെസിഫിക് ടോപ്പിക്കിലുള്ള സയൻറ്റിഫിക്കും സിസ്റ്റമാറ്റിക്കുമായിട്ടുള്ള സെർച്ച്, അതിനകത്ത് ഒളിഞ്ഞു കിടക്കുന്ന ദ ഹിഡൻ ഇൻഫോർമേഷൻ ഇൻ എ സ്പെസിഫിക് ടോപ്പിക് ക്യാൻ ബി obtained by a scientific and systematic search on that specific topic. That process is known as research. In fact, research is someone has said that the research is an art of scientific investigation, and research is nothing but it is an intellectual answers to to discover the answers to an intellectual and practical problems. Okay, so some people consider research as a movement from the known to the unknown. What's the knowledge we know, and to get more unknown knowledge hidden in that topic, that is known as a research for someone. And the scientist Fred defined the research as it is an organized inquiry designed and carried out to provide information for solving a problem. Redman and Morey defined that research is a systematized effort to gain new knowledge. These are the different definitions given to the term research. Okay, so as far as in our concern, research is nothing but it is an academic activity. As such, the term should be used in a technical sense. Okay, and the Oxford Dictionary, the dictionary, we are referring dictionary for further our clarifications. When we search the term research in a dictionary, we will get it as a careful inquiry, especially through research of new facts in any branch of knowledge. Okay, and as far as we concern, the research is, we are using the definition by Clifford Woody. That is, he defined research as defining and redefining a problem, formulating a hypothesis, or suggesting a solution, collecting, organizing, and evaluating the data, making deductions and reaching conclusions. At last, carefully testing that conclusion to determine whether they fit the formulating hypothesis. He defined it as a systematic process. What is the system? What is the purpose of this doing a research? That is, he defined it as, first of all, when we start a research, we have to, you just think about the project you are doing. When you are going to do a project, you have firstly find out a problem, what we have to do. Then we are searching for its literature, that is, we are already published works regarding that. After that, we are redefining the problem, so that we have to find a conclusion for that. And for finding that conclusion, we are collecting the data, means sometimes we are executing a experiment, sometimes we are going for some cultivation, sometimes we are going for some programs like that. What is this branch of that problem, we are doing according to that branch, and redefining the problem according to the convenience of the investigator. That is, if we want to find a program for finding the number of signal lights regarding the management of the signal lights in the streets, we have to do a program so that how to manage that signals without making any traffic blocks in the city. So that is your problem. So you have to write a program for that. So you are redefining it on your own way. So that after that we are conducting some studies, we are writing the programs, or we are conducting the experiment, and we will get a result. According to that result, we are stating our conclusion. Clifford Woody defined the research as this much, and we are most commonly using this definition for. In fact, we have to say that research is an organized it is an organized set of activities to study, develop a model, procedure, technique to find a result on a realistic problem supported by the literature and data. Okay, so what are the terminologies we used in research? First one is data. What is data? It is nothing but it is the information obtained from the facts. That is, it is the measurement of record of facts. For example, if you need some experiment, if you are conducting some experiment, you may expecting some output from that experiment. For example, if you are measuring the length of a rod, or length of a leaf, or if you are trying to do some numerical measurement of height or something, all are measurement. If you are measuring the IQ of a student, that IQ is your data. It may not be numerical. And next is, what is a hypothesis? It's the statement regarding the study. It's a statement, just a statement, but that statement gives a tentative assumption on your study. That statement itself, if you want to study, I already told that you have to study the you have to develop a program on the management of traffic signals. Then your as a hypothesis is, you have to formulate with the, and what is the condition? You have to manage 10 traffic signals without making traffic block. Oh, that is the first one. But you have to modify it for the further studies. If you are studying about some medicines, first one is this, our hypothesis is this medicine is applicable to this disease. Does it works? If this your chemical is working against it bacteria, that is, it is an antibacterial. Your hypothesis is that. If for geography students, if you are saying that on the geographical area, on this geographical area, you have most some kind of plant grows most in that geographical area. So these are the concepts of hypothesis. And population, what are the total subjects under study? Population is the total units under study, not the whole population of India, or not the whole the population of the world. It's the totality of units under study. That is, some we are studying about some criteria. Okay, so according to that criteria, we have to define the population. Okay, so population is the totality of units under study. That is, for example, if you are considering the college students, if you are considering only the college students, it will be a wide population, so that all world students of all world who studying graduate program will come under that population. If we are restricting the college students of India, then our population is all the college going students of who is residing in India. If we are formulating a hypothesis or conducting a study on the college students of Kerala, then all the college students residing in Kerala and going to college are the members of that population. So according to our study, the population varies. Only remember that population is the number of units under study. And review. What is the review? What do you mean by review? Review means, if you have heard the name review, because review means when we are first time goes to the hospital, then the doctor came us come for review. What is meant by review? Review means the evaluation or critical evaluation of of something after the preliminary concept. Okay, in the research methodology, review is a critical evaluation itself, a critical evaluation of a research topic which is already published. Already published. We have to review, we have to state our comments. It will be a critical evaluation. That means maybe it may be good or bad on that paper. Okay, so it's a critical evaluation on a particular research topic which is already published. And what is a research proposal? A research proposal is nothing but it is the proposal of what we have to do on the research. And what is the research methodology? That's it. What's the meaning of research methodology? You know research and you know the basic terminologies. Then what is the research methodology? Research methodology is defined as an highly intellectual human activity used for the investigation of the nature and matter, and specifically with the data collected and analyzed, interpreted. Okay, so it is nothing but it's the process of doing research. We have to justly define it just as a process of doing research. Okay, process of investigation of the nature and matter of the data collected. Okay, so these are the basic research methodology concepts. That is, we need observation, we need induction, deduction, testing, and evaluation. These are the research methodology concepts. Okay, a system, models, a procedure, techniques used to find results is called as research methodology. Okay, that is the definition. That is a system of models, procedures, and techniques used to find result of a research is called a research methodology. What is the objective of a research? The purpose of research is to discover answers to questions through the application of scientific procedure. Okay, the main aim of research is to find out the truth which is hidden and which has not been discovered yet. Though each research study has its own specific purpose, we may think research objectives as falling into a number of broad groups. So first of all, it will gain the familiarity with the phenomenon. It helps. That is to achieve a new insight into it. If you are not aware of the how to find out the medicine of COVID or etc., we have to find out how the process works. That comes under this. And to portray accurately the characteristic of a particular individual or a situation or a group. Okay, that means what are the basic properties of COVID positive patients? That is, does they have if males has mostly affected or females are mostly affected, or which age group is mostly affected, how many of the people are died, and what are the characteristics of the died persons, etc, etc, etc. So to portray the accurate characteristics of a particular group or individual. Okay, next is to determine the frequency with which something occurs or with which it is associated with something else. For example, when we have learned about chikungunya, all says chikungunya, when chikungunya comes, they have high body pain and joint pain, and everyone after affecting by this says that as far as they recovered from the chikungunya, then also they will suffer from the joint pains or something else. Okay, so the last one, to test a hypothesis of a causal relationship between the variables. That's you all know. That is the relationship between variables is also finding out the variable relationship with the variables also the part of a research. And what are the types of research? Okay, what is the types of research? Actually, the types of research are concerned about the motivation of research. Okay, so decide to get a research degree may be the first concept, so then they have to deal the research like that. And if you are motivated to do research, desire to be a service to society, then the approach will be different. And according to us, why the people, what makes the people to undertake research mainly defines to the types of research. From the viewpoint of application, we have to say that the research is two types, that is pure research and applied research. Sometimes it is known as fundamental research and applied research. And when it comes to the objective, it's of descriptive research, exploratory research, explanatory research, or correlational research. Mainly it is descriptive, and exploratory can be also known as analytical research. When it comes to an inquiry mode, it is a quantitative research or qualitative research. So types of research can be according as its application, objectives, and mode of inquiry, etc. The classification, we have to firstly focus on the fact that the classification is not mutually exclusive. That is, when it comes to an analytical research study, it may be applied or it may be qualitative. In the same time, when it comes to a descriptive research, it may be applied and it may be qualitative. So it's not a mutually exclusive. Mutually exclusive means one prevent the other. So it's not in a mutually exclusive classification. And the first one is, we go for a what is pure research and applied research. So pure research is also known as, I told you, it's also known as fundamental research. It's mainly concerned with the generalizations and with the formulation of theory already known. Okay, that is, gathering knowledge for knowledge is termed as pure or basic research. Research concerning some natural phenomenon or relating to pure mathematics, for example, some fundamental theories on mathematics, etc. If we are concerning the human behavior, study on a human behavior carried on with view to take generalization of human behavior, also fundamental research. But at the research aimed at the conclusions facing the concrete social or business problem is an example for this research. Okay, so the main aim of the basic research is to direct towards finding information that has a broad base. Okay, so when we deals with the fundamentals, fundamental means it's already in concepts of theory, we are doing a fundamental or a pure research. When it comes to the applied research aims at the finding a solution for an immediate problem facing a society or an industrial business organization. Okay, so actually, when a research aimed at a certain conclusions or a solution facing a social or business problem is an example for a applied research. The central aim of applied research is to discover a solution for some practical problem, whereas the basic research is directed toward finding information that has a broad case of application. And these are the types of research, that is exploratory, descriptive, analytic, and predictive. I already told you, actually this we can classify it's an descriptive and analytical. That analytical can be predictive or exploratory. So descriptive research includes surveys and fact-finding inquiries of different kinds. The major purpose of descriptive research is description of the state of affairs as it exists at the present. In social science and business research, we quite often use this descriptive research. Also, it is we are saying it's a ex post facto research. Descriptive research is known as ex post facto research. That is, we are using in a actually it is used in social science like sociology and economics. The main characteristics of this method is that the researcher has no control over the variables. He can only report what has happened and what is happening. Okay, so frequency of shopping, preference of people, etc. are the examples. The method of research utilized in descriptive research are survey methods, all kinds of, including comparative and correlation methods. Whereas in analytical research, on the other hand, the researcher has to use the facts or information already available and analyze these to make critical evaluation of the material. That's the difference between how or why it's happened or how it happens. We have to find the solution for these two questions in a analytic research. Whereas exploratory research is used to find a particular pattern or develop some ideas that can be tested or will form the basis of further studies, further research. Whereas predictive research is used to find some available evidence of causes and effects. So the quantitative methods and qualitative methods. What is a quantitative, what is a quantity, and what is a quality? Quantitative research is based on the measurement of quantity or amount. It is applicable to phenomena that can be expressed in terms of quantity. Whereas qualitative research is concerned with qualitative phenomena, that is phenomena relating to or involving to quality or a kind. When we are investigating the human behavior, the physical characteristics of human comes under the quantitative, whereas their IQ, their values, their thinking, why people think or why they are doing like this, that comes under the qualitative. Association tests, sentence of completion, story competition test, these all techniques are used to find the attitude or opinion of research. Okay, so just we have to understand that when we are dealing with a quantitative data, that is a quantitative methods, that is this is and when we are dealing with a qualitative data, it will be a qualitative research. These are the I just showed taken a screenshot from the desktop, that is but distinguish between fundamental and applied research. These are the other classification we have found through the research, that is the other types of research, that is deductive and inductive research. And let's what are the difference between research method and research methodologies? You can go through the slides and read it. Let me conclude my today's class here. Thank you.